Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Rick Roll. Alright, got a lot of positive feedback on my Barker video, which I did yesterday. It's Tuesday right now. I am actually, for the first time, a little bit ahead on vlogs, so that's kind of a comfortable feeling. You probably won't be seeing this one until Thursday, but it's actually Tuesday when I'm shooting it. So I got some really good positive feedback on the Barker video, and I hope you guys like the Bell and Pacific videos as much. But I decided what I wanted to do also, since I have one more day in California, is I wanted to go visit my college, Golden West College in Huntington Beach, because I had so much fun at the other schools that I wanted to see what's changed over there as well. But before we do that, I am also going to make one more important move. Today, I am finally going to escape the mouse. I'm on my way to Disneyland right now to tell them I don't work there anymore. So let's do that. This is going to be an interesting day. Here we go. Now, the truth about the Disney thing is, since I never expected I'd be coming back to California right now. I just figured that Disney would figure out that I don't work there anymore when they called me in for a shift and I didn't show up. So, you know, I figured since I'm here, let's just take care of it. Let's just get it out of the way so I don't become the bad guy. All right, it's over. I basically went to HR, and HR said, you know, we can't do this. You got to go through your supervisor to do that. And I said, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of watching me quit. And they said, well, if you do it, it affects your rehire status. And I said, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm never coming within 10 miles of this place again. At the end of the day, what I decided to do is I went to my manager's office. He wasn't there. I just wrote on a sheet of paper, I quit, effective immediately, left my name, my employee number, and my badge, and I walked out. And so that's the end of it. I'm done with Disney. Hooray, I've escaped the mouse. The whole thing, you know, the really stupid thing on this is by having HR not even be willing to talk to me about the issue, they just lose the opportunity to figure out what happened. And you know what, when there's a problem and you refuse to learn from those mistakes, you're destined to repeat them. So, you know, whatever. Good luck, Disney. I hope you don't kill somebody. So since that unpleasantness is now behind us, let's just focus on the positive. Let's head over to Golden West College. I'm looking forward to seeing this place. I haven't been there for years and years and years. So this is going to be fun. All right, this is Golden West Community College in Huntington Beach. I spent from about 1982 to 1986 here. Kind of coming in from the east side because this is always kind of where I hung out to begin with. Going right by the theater. So this is a music building where I spent most of my time. Used to be the Golden West College had one of the best recording engineering programs in the state, which is why I went here. However, it kind of looks like maybe they've discontinued that. This building is locked, so you can't get into it, but I was looking at the directory in there, and it seems to be all about performance and choirs and that kind of stuff. It doesn't seem like the recording studio is even here anymore. I'm going to go around to some other doors and see if I can find another way in, but I don't know. Maybe they're not doing that anymore. I just walked by this and saw this. They have a Steve Allen Memorial pillar here at Golden West College in the building. It says, Steve Allen, comedian, movie star, author, humanitarian, and most of all, prolific composer of songs, was a true friend of Golden West College. Talks about a few other things, but in the third paragraph it says, since 1994, Steve had chosen to associate with talented musicians and Golden West College faculty members Tom Kubis. I knew Tom Kubis. He was one of my teachers when I was here. Together they translated, transcribed, and arranged Steve's compositions, many of which were recorded in the Golden West College recording studio. That's kind of cool. That wasn't here when I was here. While most of the building is shut down today, I did notice that there was this Forum 2 lecture hall that actually was a very important turning point in my life. I mentioned in an earlier vlog or maybe a live stream or something that I took a class once called Inside the Music Industry that took place in this class. Now I think a lot of it was just the teachers trying to figure out some way to fill up 3 hours a day, 2 days a week, and so a lot of times they'd bring in string quartets or someone who had some peripheral connection to the music industry. Most of which I don't even remember because I think I kind of slept through a lot of this class. But there was one day where they brought in a guy from a company called Philips DuPont Optical, and that guy and this was probably 1982, 1983, started talking about this new technology called compact disc that was on the verge of coming out. And I was fascinated with that because I knew what laser discs were, and I figured, wow, compact disc with digital audio on there, that'd be very, very cool. That one class really changed my life because I became fascinated with compact discs after that. Had the first compact disc player I could find when they first hit the market in about '84, and without this class I probably never would have entered the CD field and spent 22 years doing that. So yeah, this place had a profound effect on me. So a couple years after I graduated from here in 1986, I came back for about a semester or a semester and a half, because at the time we were starting to do laser discs at the CD factory, and I figured I wanted to learn a little bit more about video. And Golden West College had a pretty decent telecommunications program here, so I pursued that for a little while. So at the time I was here in the late 80s, which would have been, I don't know, 87 or 88, the UHF channel KOCE was based right here on campus. So that was that was part of the reason why it had such a great telecommunications program, because there was actually a TV station on campus. So I spent a lot of time in this building, which is where the KOCE studios used to be. It still is their telecommunications center, but I guess KOCE either isn't here anymore or went out of business or whatever. The building itself is locked and it's dark in there, but I spent a lot of time in here too. So the layout of the buildings is pretty much the same, but it looks like they've kind of redone the facade a little bit to make it a little nicer looking out here. So I'm a little surprised that they discontinued the recording engineering program, because that was such a good program in the area. It was one of the best recording engineering programs in the state. So actually I'm going to go into the bookstore and see if I can get a college catalog book and see if it's actually still in there. So I just kind of revealed my age to them. I walked in there, asked if they had a college catalog, and says, yeah, we don't do printed copies of that anymore. It's all online. So yeah, I guess I probably should have guessed that. The main quad area seems pretty much the same, although I don't remember the hammocks being here when I was here. That's kind of a trip. So this is the old library. Well, it's the new library now. I guess they've completely remodeled it. Used to be the entrance was over here, but looks like they've updated it significantly out here. This is a very nice looking building right now. There's kind of an interesting story I have here. Very early on in my life, I discovered I was into astronomy. That was actually probably the first thing I was ever into as a child. And one day when I was here, they had like a used book sale outside where, you know, you could just buy books that they no longer wanted for like 25 cents. And I found this nearly 100-year-old astronomy book. It's actually one of my most prized most prized possessions in terms of books, just because of how old it is. And I got it for like 25 cents. So it's really kind of cool to look back in time and see, you know, what it is they thought about our universe in those days, because, you know, that was before they even discovered Pluto, that book was printed. So very fascinating. There's actually very few people walking around campus today, so I'm assuming that maybe we're in between semesters or something like that. They haven't started summer semester yet. So that's why a lot of the buildings are closed. Some kind of cool things that are around campus. These weren't here when I was here, so although you look at it, it looks like it probably was. So up ahead was one of the student centers here that I guess still exists on campus. When I was here way back when, I spent a lot of time in here because there was a big gap between one of my classes and another class. So I just spent time in here hanging out and, you know, doing my homework and watching TV, and they had video games in there and all that. Didn't look anything like that at the time. It was all just video games on that back wall. There wasn't a stage. Definitely weren't any computers. So yeah, that's kind of a trip in there. So this is the science building. I spent some time in here too. I see they still got their nursing program going on. I actually had a physics class in here, and I had a lot of fun with physics. I learned I really kind of liked that. So yeah, that was right here in these classrooms right here. They have kind of a big arts department here, so it looks like they have some displays of some of the art that they've done. I guess they've got like a floral design department too, so this could be part of that. Seems odd that it'd be in the middle of the technology building, but because I don't see anything there that looks like technology to me, but whatever. So the layout of the campus is pretty much the same as it was, but it looks like they've updated some of the courses that they're teaching here and given a few of the buildings a bit of a facelift. So it's still fun to kind of wander around here because, you know, a lot of memories here, but a lot of things have changed too. Actually starting to think maybe that wasn't the library anymore, so I'm going to go see if I can find a campus directory and see if there is even a library on campus anymore. So I just ran into a teacher. He saw me looking at the map and said, "Oh yeah, that isn't the library anymore. The library is over here." So I don't know. We'll check that out. I also asked him about the recording engineering program and about KOCE being on campus, and he says they still have a bit of a recording engineering program, but it isn't what it used to be. And KOCE moved off of campus a long time ago. A lot can happen in 30 years, huh? They got a lot of these memorial pillars all over the place now. That wasn't something that they did back when I was here, but I guess that's how they honor you now. You donate money to the college and you get a pillar. I'm guessing this is a new library. The guy I talked to said it was kind of over on this side and it was a 3-story building. So, you know, probably not going to go inside of it because, you know, it's not even in the same place it was. And I was more interested in just seeing what was here after all these years. So I guess that wasn't the old building, and this is something new that they're building now. I don't even know what this is going to be. Looks like it's almost ready to go, though. Spending a lot of money here on construction. That's going to be nice, whatever it is. Where's Jaw when you need him? Yeah, Jaw would have fun with you. So I spent a little time looking for the library and couldn't find it, and it really isn't that important of a thing to find, so I think I'm just going to end it here. I really enjoyed kind of wandering around campus and seeing all this, so I hope you enjoyed it too. If you didn't, rest assured this is going to be the last one of these I'll do for a while. But I'd wanted to do it because I haven't been in campus for quite a while, and it's kind of fun to check out all this place. So thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse.